I am Dr. Jeffrey Rodman. I am a licensed professional counselor, licensed substance abuse treatment practitioner in Front Royal. Been practicing here for about 20 years, and then I also have a consultancy that does grant writing for organizations. I first got affiliated with the Warren County Community Health Coalition. I was working for a community coalition in Winchester called the Clean Coalition, Community and Law Enforcement Against Narcotics, and the Warren Coalition was really just teeny tiny at that time. Their main program was the dental program, where they had about a $5,000 budget that helped pay for dental care for people who needed dental care, students who needed dental care. And that was the only program. And this was around 2000, and the Governor's Office on Substance Abuse Prevention for the state of Virginia got established, and they started a new grant program with a $120,000 grant for 3 years. And the coalition here asked me to write that for them. So while I was working for Clean. So I actually wrote it for Clean also. And both organizations got it. So the Clean Coalition got it in Winchester, the Warren Coalition got it in Front Royal in Warren County. So that was the first significant funding that the coalition had ever had, which really kind of launched them into more of the substance abuse prevention arena. Before that, they were a health coalition, they were an offshoot of the hospital, but really didn't have any much else going on. So I helped them set up the nonprofit organization. I got that first significant funding. That was a big deal for me because the Warren Coalition was actually my first consulting client as a grant writing consultancy. So that was the first grant I wrote as a consultant. I had done others for Clean and for other organizations in Winchester, but not outside of that. So they hired someone to run that grant and to run the programs and to get things started, and that didn't work out, that first person. So they asked me to come in and help them to find someone to run the programs, and then offered me that job. So I left Clean, came here as the executive director, and then from there we just started cooking. I mean, we really started going pretty well. We after the GOSAP grant, Governor's Office on Substance Abuse Prevention grant, then I'm probably not going to get the order of the grants right, but the Virginia ABC grant was one of the other big significant grants we got, which was a social norms marketing program. So marketing for social norms for teenagers around alcohol and drugs. Then we got the Virginia Youth Tobacco Settlement Foundation funding through the Virginia Tobacco Settlement Foundation. We got a state incentive grant. But yeah, we had, in I think 2001 was GOSAP, and then I think we had got 2002, we had another one, 2003. One of the fun things that happened right in the beginning there when I first started with the coalition is they wanted me to do a presentation for the community, and this was part of the GOSAP funding, I believe, a presentation on substance abuse in the community, what the trends were in Warren County for drugs and alcohol for teenagers. I want to say we did it out at Bowling Green, might have been Shenandoah Country Club, one of the country clubs out there. It was pretty well attended, and it got press also. So press came out, they did an article on it and everything like that. So right after that, my wife calls me. I'm working for the coalition at that time. My wife calls me and says, someone's saying they were Congressman Frank Wolf's office called. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, I don't know, maybe it's a scam or something. I'm not used to getting calls from congressmen, right? So they left the number and they asked me to call back. So I called back, and it was Congressman Frank Wolf's office, and they actually put me on the phone with Congressman Frank Wolf. And he saw the article in the Winchester Star, I believe it was, and said, what do you all need to start getting more programs going? So we came up with a budget and submitted it, and they did an earmark, a congressional earmark, and I think it was around $150,000 that we had secured just because we did that presentation, and it was a lot of fun. So, but that put us in a good affiliation with Congressman Frank Wolf also, and really helped us move forward also. Then we got the Jack Kent Cook grant also, that brought the College Access Network in. So that was pretty cool. And then we established offices also, because they had never had an office before, because they didn't have any staff. They didn't need an office. And our first office was that little access building out by Rusty Jeffries Elementary School. From there is when we moved to the Royal Avenue office, where we had a few offices and a conference room, and were able to start doing more programming. And that set us up to do the mentoring program. We had the Across Ages Intergenerational Mentoring Program. So it was older adults mentoring teens. And then we had a huge conference room in that office there, where they once a week, I believe it was, the teens and the older adults would meet there, and they'd hang out, play games, have pizza, stuff like that. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I think the Warren Coalition is super important. I mean, we still have problems. We haven't solved all the substance abuse problems or the youth problems in Warren County, and just the nature of those issues are something that we have to always be vigilant on. We always have to be on top of those things, and improving programming for youth, whether it be through the youth center or through the skate park or through whatever it is, just to continue to have different programs, services, options for young people, to give them better options than using drugs and getting in trouble and things like that. Congratulations to the Warren Coalition for 30 years of influencing the Warren County community and helping the Warren County community. I think it's fantastic, and I think it's a worthy organization to support, and I certainly would encourage anybody that has the means to support the organization. I've been involved in some way or another for about 25 of those years, so I've seen tremendous changes and lots of transitions and movement, and I think hopefully we're entering a new phase of their existence and influence in the community.